fault. I'm going to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
It is my fault that he's going to Wisconsin. That was definitely on the stream. We are back for Tomb of Fate. This is session 61, entitled Worm Food. If you were fortunate or unfortunate or crazy enough to join us on Saturday, we did have a 12-hour session that set up the current narrative thrust of Tomb of Fate. We are at war. The King's Legion has entered into the Azuban region, specifically on the western side of the King's Road, and they've done so because they have manipulated the Barbagezi boat, a steamboat that had been explored a couple of times, that has a teleportation circle on board. They use the boat as a point of summoning circle to raise up the Leviathan of the lake, Lake Lorade, and it is now guarding the boat. The boat acts as their main base of operations, that is marked so here. And there are 2 flying forts that have been put down near there as well. So they have formed a basically makeshift bastion in that time. Saturday employed the Battle of the Northern Fields, which is basically all of these spots to the east of that area. And the stunning victory over the 100 or so fighting men of the King's Legion by the Manor Fort's diligent and greatly outnumbered individuals proved to win the day, and this northern area is safe. This next point is Rockthar, the town watch or the guard watch captain, very much desires to break the line of the Legion in the southern side of their forces, and he means to move on them and break them at the King's Road here. Once he enters into that foray, he wants to make sure that his back is watched. You are not joining the foray. You are not joining a massive long combat. As we saw in the game on Saturday, it took us 12 hours to do 3 minutes of combat. 3 minutes in game time was handled over the course of 12 hours. So for a long-spanning battle, Dungeons & Dragons just isn't the game for that. So we're going to do those narratively. Always. We will do pieces of battles in the future, or maybe like you're in the midst of a battle and we have a small skirmish therein. But we will never do massive battles ever again.
That was so much fun.
It was fun, but we're probably not going to do that kind of thing again. Maybe kind of like, I do have some ideas. Some cool ideas that for longer sessions. But that said, your group will be watching the back lines of Rockthar's force as he pierces into the line. And you will be going to a place called Darien Cemetery. And I will show that to you here. Darien Cemetery was spotted out by a group that made its way into the western area, specifically the Royland. It is a small cemetery that was noted by a group of scouts that's just off the main road, and it's near a small stream. It is believed by the studious of the Manor Fort that Darien, a former questing knight of the King's Legion from ages past, was buried here. So the historical significance isn't exactly a primary concern. But good for notation. With that being said, let's go ahead and do everybody's very quick, as we've done it several times before. Character descriptions. Calithian, go ahead.
He is an elf, sorcerer. He's a bit of a scholar, and he is now done with his Griswold studies, at least for now.
Yeah. So the Griswold studies were complete, as we saw on Saturday, and you understand that you have a special epic boon feat called Boon of Spells or Restoration or whatever. Every time you cast a spell at 1st through 4th level, you'll roll a d4. If you roll the exact number of the spell's level, you do not expend a spell slot. However, if you do not roll that same number, I will add it to a total, a nefarious total, which will be part of a curse. The Griswold curse lives on. We are currently already at 27 points due to Brent. And
Yay!
Brent just existing. So that said, you studied the Griswold, you manned the walls. That was your downtime during the downtime segment. Let's go ahead and do Al, who also, well, more so fought during the battle on Saturday.
Al, he's an elf fighter. He was there Saturday for like 5 seconds. He shot a bunch of people with his gun. Decided to, he thought they were cool and got a revolver from Kenji and is like, oh, Ash, let's do this. I was dual wielding pistols and a revolver.
Yeah. Awesome. And Al, yeah, did fight with everybody alongside. We went through downtime segment, and Al has spent not a minimal amount of time manning the walls himself. And I believe you also continued your exercise with Thunder and unlocked yet another fighting style feat which we've added. And you've also befriended Roxar and gained the Defender feature. Cool, cool, cool. Then for our two folks who weren't with us on Saturday, but who have been, according to downtime activities, been engaged in the conflict writ large. Joe, go ahead and tell us about Elubi. Elubi.
He appears to be a lowly peasant man. At first glance, when you first saw him in the manor fort, you probably assumed that he was just a servant or a worker of some sort. He doesn't carry any worldly possessions around on him on the day-to-day. He's wearing very simple rag clothing. He has facial features that make it look like he's from an exotic land, and nobody has ever heard him speak inside the fort or out on any excursions.
And he has served as a member of the scouting team due to his silent nature. He has proven quite skillful in those endeavors. You have continued your scouting with Halora, and that has gained you expertise in acrobatics and athletics, as well as some other benefits, which will come up with skill trick usage. In addition to that, Libby also stood on the wall for quite a duration. So his armament for actual going out times is probably a bit larger than his normal peasantry garb. And it does look like you've gotten quite a bit of an increase there. Cool, cool, cool. Then, last but certainly not least, Frid Weird. Tell us a bit about that guy.
Frid is an elven warlock, covered with burns, scars, and now an increasing number of spell-wrought tattoos. He's a rather impulsive fellow, lusts for power, patron, vampire's kiss, tattoos. He is known to throw fireballs with abandon.
And Frid Weird, you did we did you continue because you're not manning the walls. Narratively, that obviously wouldn't make sense, even though the rewards are delicious. Mainwin has been very focused in practice, and since Mainwin has basically left her books out, it seems very interesting that Fridweir is now taking the time to research her techniques without her guidance. So it is very interesting narratively, I think, that that's the case. Fridweir spent his time researching the Wine of Passage, which is a ritualistic methodology from the Libators, the priestesses that Mainwin is a part of, that kind of deals with the moving a person from soul to afterlife. But doing so a little bit maybe more selfishly than others. That said, the force of Roxar is probably all of the fighting men that you've seen in number, and a lot of people who have taken the manning the wall action here that are going to be marching out. So you see some faces you recognize, you see some people that you kind of know and understand, like that they're competent and skillful. And because of the fact that the Azamotan region is currently in conflict, there really is no chance for random encounters. So you are effectively just moving straight to the scene and engaging with it. And that would be Roxar's force there that moved up, represented by the Man-at-Arms. But you are going here. And since you're descending kind of away from Rockthar's Forge, you'll make it to the road that kind of leads up to the cemetery in question easily enough. There's no problems. What you see ahead of you as you kind of make your way and make your approach is that there are two massive statues that are backs to you. It appears the statues in question are kind of robed figures, but you can see what appears to be kind of a flickering of light from in front of them. You would see, too, that there are gravestones around what appears to be kind of a ceremonial mound with a very short lich wall kind of built around it. For those who aren't familiar, lich wall is just a terminology for walls that divide or block entry to a graveyard.
So this would be the lich wall right here?
Yes. And
Okay.
basically the hill that it's on, it's probably about 5 feet in an ascent, and you can see that there are staircases that go up the hill to the top of this mound. The stream that was mentioned is on the southern side of this map, as you can see. It is a pretty heavy flowing stream. It does appear to be flowing downhill towards the coast, presumably off the cliffs of Azumaten and into the purges there on the southern side, which I think some of you have seen like up close. Some of you have flown spectral eagles through. Goofy bastards. But yes, it does look like these graves on the outskirts were built at a much later time than the mass in the center, and it looks as though there are several coffin-shaped structures built in that center space. This is a time for exploration. The only thing that greets you besides, as far as sound, is the babbling of the creek and the cawing of crows.
John?
Yep.
Okay.
So I see that there's a headstone here with the name Darien on it, and this is Darien Cemetery. What do we know about Darien as an historical figure?
Yeah, so since there was no downtime here, and downtime has been employed for other things due to the way the downtime phases work, there hasn't really been an opportunity for you to historically study Darien. All you would know about Darien is that he was a questing knight for House Eversoul, the king of Stormloft, at some point prior to now, and also prior to the invasion of the Denisottvins 30 years ago.
Thank you.
Of course. You can also see, besides, like, because you're seeing that from a distance, pretty clearly says Darien, but there's other writing there present. It does look like there's also writing on each of the tombs, and also, of course, on the gravestones that circle around it. Out of character and above table, I genuinely have notations for what is written on every single gravestone.
This is a super cool map.
Nice. Is anything written on the base of the statues?
No, they are just hooded figures that seem to kind of stand somewhere around 20 feet tall. The braziers that they are kind of set to holding, they look like they're holding kind of water bowls, but the bowls have flames flickering soundlessly above you. There doesn't appear to be any smoke rising up from them, but it does look like the interior of their hoods are empty, so there are no faces or features, and it's completely blackened. It almost looks like it's soot-covered, but you can't tell for certain.
Okay.
How many ravens or crows are there flying around?
It's kind of an uncountable kind of situation. Like, you look to a tree and you'll see one kind of looking at you. It caws, it'll fly away. They are about. It is definitely in the dozens, but there are definitely only a few visible at a time.
And I guess this grave looks freshly dug.
Do you want to go check it out?
Yeah.
A demon! No. Okay.
Like, yeah.
There's a crow that's perched atop a shovel, jutting from the pile of dirt beside a muddy hole in the ground. It is a grave that appears to lie open, its marker toppled in the grass. Whoever dug this up must have left it in a hurry, because you spot another shovel lying by the pile of dirt. The grave looks like a bare earth hole. You see neither bones nor the rotting wood of a coffin, any signs that anything was buried here. Either those digging here did not dig deep enough, or nothing was ever buried here. Based on what you can see dimensionally, it looks like it's about 6 feet deep. So,
Okay.
in setting, depth of dig is about 6 feet for just like in like real life.
I go, well, that's an odd sign. I go examine the tombstone
Mm-hmm.
to see what years on it and
It lies
if it
face
matches up
down
to the.
in the dewy grass, so you can't actually read it.
Oh, I flip it over.
Okay. As you kind of get down there and heave and hoe, I need you to make a strength athletics check.
Oh, great. My favorites.
Better
Strength
you than me.
athletics.
And this is fun because it's not really to see if you can lift the thing. It's to see if you, unfortunate. It's to see if you can lift the thing without breaking it, and you failed at that. So as you kind of flip it over, it actually causes the marker to split in 3 pieces.
Mhm.
But you can still read it. It just has the
Okay.
cracked lines through. The heavy slab of marble reveals its face is kind of covered in muck. You're able to kind of clean the dirt away. There are worms kind of moving on throughout the bit. And you can see that it reads, "Nearest and dearest to our hearts."
No name, no nothing.
Does not appear to have any name. It definitely looks like it has been wind blasted a bit. So if there was a name, it has since
Eroded.
faded
Okay.
with time.
And was there dirt underneath, like when I lifted it up? Was it just dirt or grass?
Yeah, grass.
Then you-
It definitely looks like it kind of like it got dropped, right? And then it kind of like spent a long time sitting here over the course of water, rains, etc. And it's had time to kind of like sink into the earth a little bit.
Okay.
So like there's a nice little outline of the tombstone on the ground. And you can kind of see like a very faint imprint in the muck of where the letters were, but it's not perfect because it's super soupy.
Yeah. I feel bad because it's a unturned grave.
Yeah. There doesn't
But-
appear to be anything in it though, so.
Yeah. I'm like, this is
At least not
ominous.
anymore.
Gonna pause from you, and I'm gonna cut to. I've got Joe on the deck. What do you want to check out? Is there anything you want to look at?
Nah, not really. I'm just
Okay.
kind of slowly walking around and sightseeing. It's
Okay.
a weird looking tree, but I'm sure it's just normal.
Yeah, so what you'll notice is there are 3 trees that are very kind of interesting to you. You see the one that you're kind of closest to. There's this one here, and there's this one all the way on the opposite side. And the more and more you look at them, the more and more you realize that the ravens, the crows that are kind of fluttering about, they don't really stop anywhere besides gravestones, the lich wall, and those trees.
Okay.
And the trees are very much dead. Doesn't look like they have bore leaves in a very long time.
Super creepy.
So the crows are avoiding this platform that Cal's on.
Oh, they'll land the shit on those. Yeah, they'll land on everything they'll land on the statues, they'll land on the crypts, they'll land on those trees. But they're not really leaving. They're not like going out into the forest area like the trees are around.
Oh, okay.
They are definitely hanging out here.
They're
Frid,
just not moving
but-
the area. I see.
Frid, is there anything you want to look at in particular?
I guess I'm curious about why the crows are acting the way they're acting. Is there a way to tell whether they're under some sort of magical influence?
You can make an animal handling or an arcana check, whichever you choose. The answer will be different depending on which one you select.
Sure.
And while you're rolling that, Elizabeth, Calithian's kind of still on the dais area, the platform.
Yeah.
One thing that's very clear, and I want to make sure is very clear and is important and on point, that's why this map was selected, is that the symbol that you see there does appear to be a crescent moon. And a crescent moon downward with a sword in it typically means death by combat. So it's a very common symbol of the 3 gods to put that at a warrior's grave.
My
By PowerPoint,
also
got
looking
it.
at the names on the crypts.
Sure. The very first one has no name. It doesn't appear that names were written. Oh, sorry. Wrong. That's for the out ones. Aid ones. The individual named here is Mercy. And it says, pray for Mercy. The gods were not kind to her in life. Prayers might make her afterlife easier.
Could you ping the one you just was Mercy's one?
Top right.
Okay, first. Got it. Thanks.
He'd just be kind of circling them.
Courage.
Read them off.
Courage formed his own path, though many would follow in his footsteps. Know that he would tell you to make your own way. After all, his path led him here.
What was the name?
Courage.
Courage. Oh, I'm starting to see a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
The third one is, bear with me here.
Brave Sir Robin.
If only. 1 second here. Sorry. Justice. Here lies justice. Strong right hand of Darion. Let the two never be parted in their journeys, whether in this world or the next.
How lovely. I wonder if they were roommates.
Yeah, roommates.
He's in Darian's coffin.
Yeah.
So the regular stones kind of that form the crescent, the 7 sarcophagi radiate around it. The coffin-shaped surfaces, they do appear to just be the lids. And they're just barely kind of like low to the ground, not much room for clearance.
Not like they could be lifted.
Right. Or maybe they could, but you just don't know the metric on how to do so. There is the center stone plaque, and it does have kind of engravings around a massive sword. And the writing on the big one, it says Darian in big bold letters which are visible from the path. But then in smaller letters below that it reads, may his sword and his sacrifice never again be needed.
Fair.
Darian, we need you.
The next one is Faith, who served Darian as loyal shield maiden. Wherever she rests is hallowed ground. The next in the docket is Hope. But more specifically, the name is actually written twice. The name is written in Elvish and in Common. And it seems that in Elvish it wouldn't be Hope, but in Sooth it would be Honesty. This is the grave of Hope, or in the Elvish, Honesty. Beneath this soil a soldier sleeps. Tread lightly, she earned her rest. Earned this rest, rather. And last but not least is Charity. This is the grave of Charity, Darian's footman. Though this grave lies empty, pride fills the hearts of those who loved her.
So there's 3 girls on the left-hand side, 3 guys on the right.
Yep.
Kinda.
And, Joe, are you kind of paying attention to what Calithian's doing and reading what they're reading, or are you kind of staying focused on the trees?
Fuck. I'm staying focused on the trees.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check or a perception check, whichever you prefer. Again, the results, or a nature check. Again, the choice you make, the result will be different, depending on what you choose.
Perception, I got 15.
In the center of each of these trees, kind of like facing the mound, there is a specifically very strange and very similar in each one of the 3 trees. Not identical, but similar. Knot in the trunk of the trees, right at about chest level for a man.
There's a what?
Knot of wood. Like the tree is
knot,
knotted.
okay. Yep.
I poke the knot.
Yeah. You kind of mess around with the knot for a bit, and you'll come to realize that the facing of the knot, kind of like the top of it, seems to kind of break away, and you can see that inside of the knot of the tree, there is a kind of greenish iron metal dagger that appears to have been impaled into the tree, and the tree's kind of grown around it. And when you kind of break away the top, you can see the hilt of it. And if you do that with each one of the 3 dead trees, the truth of that will be the same in each. There's a rusty iron kind of green patina dagger that has impaled each of the trees.
Sounds like it killed the tree.
I don't really want to mess with it. I don't know shit about trees or spells, so
Trees ain't for me.
I'll probably bring it to Freed's attention.
Yeah, you kind of walk over to Calithian, kind of gesture.
Yeah.
Calithian, you're kind of able to study something besides the Grizzgol.
What? I've never done that in my life. No. He'll come over and take a look.
Okay. Meanwhile, before we get to, just in your mind, Elizabeth, decide whether or not you're going to pull the dagger or leave it.
No, you're good.
Andy, Al does appear to be kind of flipping over a headstone, kind of looking around at the headstones as well. Is there anything you want to look at in particular?
You know, all this faith, charity, hope, justice, goodness is a bit sickly sweet for Fred. He's just watching out for danger.
Yeah, but as you kind of like hear the names and like pay attention to them, can you go ahead and give me a history check if you have it trained?
I do have it. I do not have it trained. Sorry.
Then
Can't
never
do
mind. Never mind.
it. Keeping an eye out.
It's something you're wanting us to catch. We're not paying attention.
We're the worst.
Sam was like, I need to roll my dice. Where should I roll them? I'm like, in Foundry, just not right now. You guys are just like playing la la la, and then just a shit ton of man-to-wall dice slam onto the ground.
What does it mean?
Okay, Al, since Fred is kind of like wandering about, you're not looking at any particular, like, you're just kind of...
Nah, just wandering around, just kind of scoping out, keeping an eye on these birds.
And the same...
Yeah.
The same is
it's
true
kinda, yeah.
for Fred Weird, right?
No, I'm looking out for trouble.
Oh, okay.
I'm specifically focusing on potential threats.
Got it. Nothing so far. You do hear well off in the distance kind of the occasional boom or clash of spellcasting, but that's hundreds and hundreds of feet to the north. Calithian, pull or leave?
I think we're gonna pull that sword. Or that
Hell
dagger.
yeah.
A sword in a tree.
Okay. So you take the dagger by the hilt and draw it away. When you do so, the blade kind of breaks into like flecks of rust and kind of doesn't really leave much to it, but it does seem to pull all of the material out before shattering, or kind of more or less crumbling. When that happens, nothing changes.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing crazy, but what you notice is that the hilt of the dagger, stylistically, is very similar to the hilt of the engraved sword on Darian's grave.
Oh.
It's very much the same cross guard with the 2 kind of diamond patterns at the end, and the kind of almost rondelle-like pommel.
But all of it rotted away, or just...
The blade.
Blade did, okay.
was like a nice, 12, like 9 to 12 inch long blade when it came out, but like the second it kind of hit the air, it kind of just started crumbling like a cookie.
I feel like Cal would, recognize it and then come over to the actual grave with it and just kind of compare.
Yeah, it's very
I'm
much.
guessing it's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, stylistically, this is very much a match. The
Mm.
obviously the stone doesn't show the actual like fabric material.
Yeah.
It looks like it's kind of like a red dyed leather.
Cool. And his... Remind me what his stone said. I didn't say
Darian,
anything about it.
may his sword and his sacrifice never again be needed.
Oh, well, if this is his sword, I don't know that you can need it.
There are 2 daggers that are identical to that in the other 2 trees.
Okay.
If you're looking over there, I'd go over there with you, Calithian. And when you say that, I would say, well, maybe he can come back.
But do we need him to come back?
Gosh, I hope not, but maybe that's what it suggests.
Now, you did say he was a part of the King's Guard.
King's Legion, yeah.
Yeah. And we don't like the king.
Yeah.
Currently not big fans of him, no.
Okay.
Yeah. Should we take the other swords that are in the trees?
They must have been there for quite a long time for them to rot as soon as they're pulled away.
There are magic means of procuring a blade for a sword.
Levy, you kind of stay with the tree, not following Calithian up onto the dais, and you'll see that the tree starts to bleed. Not sap, bleed.
That's fucking weird.
Chop it down.
It's a werewood.
Get out the axe.
No, it's a werewood.
It is very fucking weird.
I'm probably just like, wow, I've never seen that before. I'm looking at it.
Are you like waving us over at all or trying to grab our attention for it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wave it.
Go back
I guess
over. Hilton.
See everyone going over there, so I'll partake. I'm going.
Odd.
The bird on the tree seems to, like, at the moment you start to decide to walk away from the tree and head over there, like, lets out a loud caw, dive bombs over your head, Al, and then flies straight out for the tree that they're messing with, lands on the tree, stares down at Lee B, and just starts cawing like crazy.
I go, these birds are crazy, man.
I have to take a... I apologize. I pre-gamed, but I apparently didn't pre-game enough. I gotta take a pee. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Give me 5 minutes at most. All right, 1 moment.
Well, these weird birds, man.
Right?
We're drawn to something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's
Why
because
are they
you...
specifically yelling at Levy, though? And not Calithian.
Because he's near the tree. That's
I'm
bleeding.
also near the tree now.
But it did state that Charity, though this grave lies empty, pride fills the hearts of those who loved her. Maybe she's still roaming around.
As a bird?
Undead? Oh.
Maybe.
Oh, the puppies, who's blurry, the puppies.
Oh, puppy.
The Mac.
I pet the head with my cruiser.
Don't worry, I pet the head. I pet. Can't remember if I fed him or not this morning.
Aw.
I'm such a bad dog dad.
I mean, I didn't see you feed him, so clearly.
Maybe he needs more food. I don't know. But my kid should be here in about an hour or so. She's coming from Indiana. Mom and her grandma and her took off around 4. Hopefully we're not streaming still.
I think we are.
Oh, hey everybody!
Brian has a kid.
I got a kid.
Yeah, we're still streaming.
No. Yeah, I got the Twitch up, but I didn't check over there.
It's all good.
How's the little one?
Mine? She's good.
Yeah.
Well, she's she's 15, so not so little.
No, hell no, bro. That's
Yeah,
like 07.
yeah, she'll probably pop her head in when she gets here. Like, Dad, I'm
Oh, yeah.
hungry. I haven't eaten. I'm like, well, you gotta wait till I'm done with the game.
Yeah, teenagers are just inherently the biggest assholes. They can't help it.
This
All the
one,
hormones.
she's 5'7", and I'm 5'9". I'm like,
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ, girl, you are tall.
Mm.
Maybe she grew since December. Last time I saw her.
Could be.
Yeah.
He's back.
You're muted.
Sorry about that. The rare occurrence when I forget how do the thing. Or not. That's fine, I guess. Whatever. Okay. So, any discussion as to what caw screaming at Libby?
Why is it screaming at... We think it's weird that it's screaming at Levy and not Calithian, who has the hilt.
Yeah, seems to be screaming at Libby for whatever reason.
Because he's silent.
He touched the tree, maybe?
No. Don't know why. Again, there's really no discernible reason why it's currently screaming.
I'll fly on my broom up to the branch that he's at.
Yeah?
Just look at.
That'll take him aback
he
a little
fly
bit.
away?
He'll kind of shut up, but he's not going to like fly away. He's going to kind of like hop from limb to limb on the tree and kind of maneuver into like a denser part of the tree itself to kind of get away from you and your broomstick.
Shoot! Go on, get!
What does it want?
And it'll just kind of stare at you. Yeah, the bleeding, so far as you can tell, Calithian, as you kind of look at it, and Levy, you know, you kind of were watching it kind of come out pretty quickly. It does appear to have kind of slowed to an end. And it does look like the blood kind of traced towards the hill, but it kind of stopped right around the ring of graves.
Okay.
This specific
Is
stone is kind of
is that,
broken
like,
apart.
Downhill?
Yeah, so like there's almost like a kind of tearing
A
like
dip.
this, yeah, like a dip at the rim around the hill.
Okay. I was
Um,
like, that's going uphill.
The gravestones are drinking the blood.
this grave mound appears to be more or less just flagstones that have been kind of put to a mound. It does look like there was a headstone there, or there is a headstone there, but it's kind of older than some of the others you've seen. And there's a round black rock present on top of all of those that looks like it's probably the most recent like deposit. Someone laid it on there at last. The headstone reads, the heart as hard as stone is a heavy weight to bear. Leave your stone here and carry on with a lighter heart.
I don't have a stone.
As a reminder, there is a small little stream just south of you.
That's true. That would
What about-
have a lot of stones.
What about these stones?
Yeah, those look like they're old road stones, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're fine with taking those too. There's plenty of rocks around, is the main thing.
Okay.
Just don't take
yeah,
rocks from a grave.
Pick one up and then put it in the pile.
Okay. There's no like mechanical effect, but
Mhm.
there is this very strange sensation of like almost, I don't know, like a cool wind on the back of the neck, or just like a soft kind of you know, cooling feeling.
Shudders a little.
Creepy.
It's a little spooky. Well, I guess the tree will be fine.
Where did you say the blood or the blood sap stopped?
It kind of just stopped towards the middle line, like it kind of passed by this grave just a little bit and kind of like stopped right about where the steps would basically start.
Hmm.
I wonder if that's the same for all the trees. If you
You
do
know,
it to all of them.
Best way to
There's
find
one
out.
way to find out.
Well, here we go. I'm like, you smarter folks, come with me. I'm scared. Al doesn't do ghosts.
Hold my hand, I'm scared.
He's being very careful not to step on any of the graves, trying to be nice about it. And then he pulls the hilt out of the tree.
The crows don't do anything, but it does look like several of them kind of like flee the tree that you're on when you do so. And they'll kind of like circle about and roundabout come back once the tree starts bleeding.
Does it call at me?
No, they are completely silent and just kind of very curiously watching.
I wish I had talked to animals. That'd have been great.
Yeah. I suppose the third one.
Yep, if you go over there and pull the blade, the ravens.
And all of the hilts are the same, right?
Yeah, they are all identical. Exactly. I mean, they're not like one for one, like carbon copies, but they appear to have been made of the same ilk. Yeah. And the rusting, when it breaks, will kind of be slightly different, but you have three pretty much the same rusted daggers. Broken
Where does
rusted
where
daggers.
does I guess after some time the blood will stop?
Yeah, so it
Presumably.
does. It seems to kind of stop at that same point, and you will eventually see that once all three trees have been kind of blooded, in the center of the space, you'll see three individuals appear. These individuals are kind of transparent, soft bluish in hue, made out of some sort of corpse light, and they stand there. Then one moves along the left side of this sarcophagus with the sword. One moves along the right side with the sarcophagus with the sword. And then the center one moves to the foot of the sarcophagus with the sword. All three in unison will lift, and the sarcophagus top will have been removed. Inside of the sarcophagus hole, there is a very narrow, about as wide as the bottom of the coffin, staircase that descends down, and immediately, even before it gets to the end of the other side of the coffin, banks and starts to spiral down.
Oh,
What you immediately recognize about the structure is that it feels like the other coffins may also hide passageways, but you do not know how they are opened. We can come back to that if you wish to investigate this specific passageway first.
Actually,
the main one.
I want to, before we do that, since she put a rock on this tombstone, or this, I want to see if it's the same for these two.
So this one reads marked, and it says marked is kind of like the epitaph, but below it says, "For doomed shall be anyone who have a hand in disturbing this grave." Do you wish to put a rock on that one?
Marked for doom. No.
What was the other
like,
one?
hey.
What was the other one? This one here?
Yeah.
This one reads, which would you choose? A long life or a good one?
That's a great question.
The funny part about this is that the first word in these things kind of put as the epitaph, like the name of the individual in big letters, and then the writing, like effectively like the true epitaph, like the last memorization of the person, is just a continuation of the first word, a sentence instead of a. Normally, it would say, like, let's say it's me. It would say John. Here lies John. In very tiny letters, here lies John, big letters. Then little letters telling you a little bit about me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, he's awesome. Or something cooler, probably. I don't know, probably lame shit. Like, he wasn't very good. Anyway.
Sport on the floating head.
Or on the floating head, whatever. But that's the thing, is that instead of putting a name, it is literally the stones appear to have been set up to be nothing more than tablets for these weird questions or inquiries. The named individuals appear to be up on the hill.
Yeah. I was trying to see if, because I'm kind of curious now. If everyone wants to go down there, you can stop my inquiry. But I want to see if like each of the first letters want to spell out something on each of the gravestones. But but that's just me. Because it's this was N, this was M. So once I walk by, I check this gravestone and see what it says while walking up.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, so it's the, but the word the is kind of like worn smooth. It almost looks like it's been touched and kind of messed with at the top a bit, and it has kind of like a cleaner top to it. But it reads the, and very hard to read the, path to paradise and the road to redemption are both paved with sacrifice.
Nope. My idea was wrong. Maybe. Who knows?
But yeah, this specific sarcophagus lid is gone, and it is open to a dark staircase that descends down and then immediately banks down into a spiral.
Right.
Well, let's go.
And one last bit: does anybody have any other stones that they want to check, or any? Do you want to leave any stones uncovered? Totally fine if we do.
Did anybody look at the fire yet? The braziers that are lit? At
They-
I
all?
mean, I looked at to see if they had any like writing on them, but I didn't look further than that.
No.
How are they still lit? Is there somebody that's been coming around and maintaining it, does it seem? Or is it some sort of magic there?
Yeah, you'll note that there's no smoke to the fire and there's no sound to the fire. So the assumption is, and probably something you've seen at the Manor Fort, are ever-burning torches. It does appear that some sort of continual flame spell has been cast in these braziers to create the lights.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Down into Goblin Town. Or probably not goblins. Okay.
Diggy diggy hole.
Diggy hole indeed.
I
I presume Al.
of mine.
I'm presuming Al will kind of take the lead and kind of maneuver forward, whereas the others will kind of hold behind. Is that fair to say?
I have my shield ready because I don't know what's going down here. Just
That makes sense.
yeah.
When you enter into this space, the very first thing that you'll note is that it is pitch black and the staircase spirals down for a while. There are parts of the stone wall that appear to be leaking. And you can see that there's this buildup of calcification, like as the water has kind of pushed sediment down into what appeared to be a very neatly worked structure. But now it almost feels like you're walking into something like organic. It almost feels like you're inside some sort of organ or throat. The steps are also slick, but you're all careful enough to maneuver. This effect, this kind of very strange dampness, kind of wanes at a certain point down the steps. And you kind of come out to a very dry feeling room. This room that you enter into, it has a very death and decay smell. There's a stale air that's present here that it just feels like this area's like dryness and it's just decayed state seems to be kind of warding off the waters from above. There's a long depleted brazier that sits next to the entrance. It doesn't offer any kind of warmth or light whatsoever. The only welcoming remaining thing is a toothy grin of a bare skull sitting atop a pallid skeleton just further down the hall. On quick identification, it does look like the dimensions of this skeleton are dwarvish, but he lies here. There's also a door to your left, and what appears to be a knocked-over door just out in front of you. Is everybody okay on seeing? I think the only person who has... Nobody here has regular vision because of goggles. Cool. Okay, so yeah, everybody can see fine without light.
I would say, does anybody want to light up this brazier? If we
I
can
suppose
find
I can.
and give us a little bit more light.
Okay, do you wish to do
Wait,
so?
hold on. I don't.
Firebolt.
Oh, I do have
Yeah, firebolt.
firebolt.
Yeah, you can
Sure.
pop it in there. It does look like the dregs of the material in question are flammable enough to kind of cause it to light up. It doesn't look like this light is going to last very long. Maybe an hour at most.
Well, could be enough time.
Yeah.
Hopefully enough time.
Well, there's a door here, and then there's the big door. And then there's the this remains over here.
Why not this door?
I kind of go up and use my, what does it do? My thieves' tools for any, I guess.
No, yeah, you go up to the door and it appears to be kind of hanging on its hinges, and it's like one of
Okay.
those like little like trap mechanisms, you know, like the little simple latch mechanisms that you can kind of just
Yeah.
flip and it'll pop open. And it looks like based on the way it's hanging, like the second the latch is thrown, it'll kind of just inwards.
I guess everybody knows we're here.
So if you want,
John,
if
I
you,
have double.
go
go
ahead. What were you gonna say?
I have double sight active.
Yeah, should.
Okay.
Double sight's just dark
I
vision.
could only see 60 feet. It was 120.
There's another brazier down here as
It's-
well.
Your vision
Let's
range
see.
is 120.
I thought so. Double sight, right?
Yeah, that's what it's listed as right now. So
Cool.
that's a wall. That little
Got it.
site does not let you see through them. If you want to open it quietly, Brian, you can.
All right, let's try to open this thing quietly.
No check needed. You open the door quietly. When you enter into the room, you would see that it appears to be a very dim storage room. Looks like it's filled with stacked crates, cobwebs that are long since like abandoned. You know when a cobweb kind of gets that dusty film across it, and it's
Mhm.
very kind of like solid. There's a stench of molded food and rotten wood that kind of just hangs in the air. You can hear what sounds like a scurrying of rats somewhere in the walls on the eastern side here. And then to the south, there's a skull here that appears to have kind of markings kind of carved into it, kind of, what's it called? When they starts with an S. It's a word that bone carving. Scrimshaw, thank you. Right when I was thinking of it. It looks like it's been scrimshawed with these arcane patterns, and its eyes have been set with rubies.
I'm not touching it. One of y'all wizardy folks can do that.
Levy,
Yeah.
you're kind of holding back, keeping an eye on the door, keeping an eye on the space. You would notice that something's very strange about the brazier. It kind of keeps popping, like almost as if like something, is causing the ignition to spark a bit more than it should.
I'll try to see if there's any sort of pattern to it and see if I could get Friedwald's attention when it's happening.
You kind of like keep watching it, paying attention to it, and reach over as Frid is kind of looking around, questioning his own sight, whether it's working or not. And you kind of tap him on the shoulder, and Frid is kind of like, and then
Yeah.
Levy, you kind of
Yeah,
point at the brazier.
point to the fire to you.
Just as you're pointing at the brazier, you would notice a light kind of flare up from the corner of your vision, Frid. That smiling skull, when you look at it again, it almost seems like you can see light glowing out of its eyes. A reflection like a ruby light. Calithian, you look down at the skull that Al points out on the ground, and just as you kind of like make your way over to it, probably not picking it up. You're not dumb.
No.
But definitely noting it. Fred kind of like tapped on the shoulder, sees the weird skull, the light alighting differently. Levy's like very focused on trying to get Fred to look at this brazier. Fred's like, no, fuck that, and backs away to the corner.
And if I can, I would fire an Eldritch Blast at it.
Just as you're considering hostilities, that skull will burst into a green flame, as will the skull inside of the storage room, as will the skull inside of the brazier that rises up out of the shells that are the flammable shells that are actually the fuel for that brazier. And 3 flame skulls will be present. DB, they're flame skulls. Yay!
Oh,
And I will start an initiative tracker.
Fucking
Flame
So we
skulls.
right click on these things, we click the sword, then we roll initiative. Beautiful. You got a 9.
Oh, I got a new skill. Hold on. Where's my skills? Features.
All right.
Oh, I have advantage.
Yeah, it should already be applied.
Okay. Oh, 2d20, okay. Plus 5.
Mm-hmm. And here we go. The very first instance is the one that was looking directly at you, Fridweird, and as it does so, it kind of focuses in on you. As it does so, you would notice that it starts to glow pretty prominently. It emanates light 15 feet out from itself. As it stares directly at you, it will start big, and it will cast the spell Fireball directly
fudge.
centered on you.
Oh
Due to the
my
nature
word.
of how Fireball works, every single one of you will need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to use a luck point to give myself advantage.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Dexterity, right?
Mm-hmm. We're starting off strong, folks.
Can I?
It would have been,
2
it would have been hilarious if Andy rolled 2 1s as well. That I would have literally shot myself. And then Levy,
Can I use?
what is it I'm rolling? I'm sorry.
dexterity saving throw.
Can I use bend luck?
What does it do? Let's see.
You have the ability to twist fate using your wild magic immediately after oh, it says another creature you can see.
You can't see him. This is the one around the corner.
Oh no, I meant for me.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Love that. So damage on the fireball.
Okay, I'm not dead.
Okay, selected. The only person who passed was Frid, so applying damage.
Yeah.
Massive and fun. It'll move to the next person, who is the skull. Is this the skull in the room? No, this is the skull out of the brazier. Kind of rising up, it'll kind of very quickly toggle its head away from Libby as it watches Libby kind of splatter into the corner, focusing in on the person who evaded the fire. You'd see the eyes kind of glow red, and you'd see these hands kind of magically appear on the sides of its snap and point directly at Fredweird.
Oh boy.
I will cast Magic Missile. Targeting Fred. 4 darts.
It's like 30 darts there, I heard.
I know, it does 3
Nah.
per each touch. It should only do 1, but Fred is resistant to force damage, so...
Yes, I'm wearing the brooch. Yes, that's cool.
No, if you're wearing the brooch and you're attuned to it, that's different.
I am.
Real quick, I want to make sure you know, you are not currently attuned to...
I am attuned to the brooch.
No, I'm just making sure you know you're not attuned to your... I think the spell rot tattoos require
Do they?
attunement. Spell rot
didn't think
draconic
they did.
tattoo does. Spell rot spider tattoo. I'll double check later. It's not important now. Yeah, so you are attuned to it. You are not. Got it. Got it. Cool. 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 So then, yeah, you're immune to magic missile damage. So I will refund that. Hold on. Plus 15. Oh wait, no, halved. So plus 7. Cool. Yeah, the magic missiles slam into the brooch of shielding, dissipating against this unseen shield of force that's around you. We'll move to Al. The skeleton head that's floating nearest you is definitely not acted yet, but it does seem that the fire is coming from the other room.
Alt comes up here. He keeps gonna swap out his shield for both his rapiers, and he's just gonna swing on this thing.
Okay. That'll hit.
Then he'll do his secondary
Primary
with
weapon.
the break.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll work. Critical damage. Also keep in mind, your lead attack with the rapier will grant you, if it hits, advantage on your second attack with your rapier. Not that you needed
Okay.
it for that one.
No.
That will break it apart a bit and cause one of the ruby eyes to fly aside.
And then we'll use Hammonds. Hammonds,
okay.
give me luck.
That'll hit.
For 15.
You managed to break the thing apart in a very quick, deft flurry of stabs with the rapier, causing it to fall to the ground and break apart. The jaw flying this way, one of the ruby eyes still staying set inside of its eye, but it drops to the ground here.
I go, geesh, Callie, this is our first fight together. I was like, this sucks. We got hit by a fireball. And then I'm going to second wind myself because that took me all the way down.
All right.
Jeez.
Levy, this thing is right next to you, casting spells at your friend, or you can go run around for the one that is in the corner. Looks like you've already got it targeted.
Did that, use that?
So it did not. It won't though. This is only when you use
Oh, natural healing.
yeah, when you use a hit point die. You're not using a hit point die for
Okay.
second win.
Gotcha. So
All right, I'm gonna start hitting it with the broom.
You're the wraps you got make it so your hands are magical. So
Ah, very cool. Yeah, we're gonna hit it with the broom though.
primary attack,
I got-
broom, offhand attack, punch.
Yeah. Well, I have extra attack now that I'm level 5, so it's gonna be 2 attacks with the broom, for my free punch,
Mhm.
and then I might do something else if I actually hit.
Yeah, let's see it. That hits.
Whee! Second attack with the broom.
Mm-hmm.
Rimming it up.
No.
It's a miss, yeah.
Shit, I don't have my melee attack, but it's the same.
Well, no, you can't. I don't know if you can offhand attack with your unarmed. Like when you're doing the bonus attack action, it has to be an unarmed strike. I'm using martial arts, right?
Yeah, I just don't have it on my hotkey up. I'm gonna fix it though.
It says you can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action. Yeah.
Okay.
That'll hit.
And then I will spend a focus to stunning blow.
Okay. Click stunning blow for me. I think it has a save involved. Mm-hmm. Con save.
Damn.
Success. Target is stunned. On a failed save, the target is stunned. On a successful save, the slowed. And the next attack roll made against the target has advantage.
That was
So-
into my
Basically, it's like smack with a broom, but it just doesn't really kind of hit it very hard on that second one. And then you just kind of slam it with the fist, knocking it against the wall behind of it, and it's kind of like, toddling in the air, like not quite happy about it. I'll remove that participant because it's gone. Frid, you're up.
Which one is gone?
The one in the room with the cool kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
me and Callie, I took it. I stabbed it in the eyeball.
Cool kids does not equal elves, by
Nice.
the way.
Has this one been damaged?
What?
We are elves. We are cool.
Because
I know you're both
Um,
elves, but you're not cool kids because you're elves. So it's the one that's in the corner here, and then there's the one that
Levy has
fireball.
been fighting that, right?
Yeah.
Levy has been fighting.
Correct. It looks pretty damaged already, and it looks like you'd have advantage on an attack if you made it against it.
Right. So let's go ahead and
Eldritch Blast.
target it, and we're definitely gonna Eldritch Blast that son of a gun.
Yeah.
And Eldritch Blast. 1. Got a 14. And then a 22. Which one's hit? Does 14 hit, John?
14 does hit.
Beautiful. So where's our damage? Oh, yep.
Oh,
Damage.
go ahead and roll me another attack, though, because you should have had advantage on the first one.
Ah, I see. Thanks.
Fish for the crit.
This for the crit.
Not a crit. Okay, go ahead and give me damage twice then.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So 26.
Yeah, so you blast it apart. It kind of falls back in between the wall and the brazier, slightly and utterly destroyed.
Beautiful. I'm going to use my movement to move here, and I want to move up the stairs out of range of.
Yeah, as you move towards the steps and kind of move to make your way up, you'll notice that the steps themselves appear to be this very vertigo-like positioning. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw if you're attempting to leave this place.
Yeah, I guess I am attempting to leave this place, at least temporarily. Boy. Lame. Let's see. Wisdom saving throw. Ka-ching. Ka-ching.
Yeah,
Got an
so
11.
basically the situation for you is what you see is the staircase in front of you that goes and ascends upwards into your devil sight. You watch as it seems to spiral in front of you and just kind of twisting just straight forward, not upwards, directly in front of you, and you can see the stairs like spinning into infinity.
Vertigo.
Yeah, and you are stopped. Your movement is 0 for the remainder of the turn. So you are
Okay.
stopped in that doorway. Philippian.
Okay.
And your turn, of course, Fred.
I don't see an end turn button.
I got you. Calithian, you're up. Definitely
Yeah.
sounds like stuff's going on out there. First thing you see is Levy kind of like, beat up in the corner, but it looks like he's beating the shit out of, you can see like the last element as the Eldritch Blast hits it. Then you said Fred rushed towards the door as you're coming around the corner, and he kind of stops, and you just see him kind of like, and just like lose himself for a second. And then you'd see that there's one other flaming skull down here.
He does the Willem Dafoe meme looking up the staircase.
Yes, exactly right.
I'm gonna go ahead and get out of my way. I need to target that guy, and then I'm going to do a magic missile.
Okay.
Magic missile.
Oh, I did a dumb. Hold on. I gotta open my character sheet.
Yep, 3 darts, please.
Give it.
And then I need you to roll a d4.
And a d20.
So you'll add 3 points to the total,
Nice.
and you will not
Oh, so close.
incur shenanigans. Okay, that's it?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, we're gonna pop back inside. Not close the door.
16.
Do you want to close the door?
No.
The door probably fell off its
Actually,
hinges whenever.
yeah,
No, it
I
didn't.
do want to close the door.
Oh, with the fireball? That's
That's a good ball. That's a good door.
Actually, no, that's rude.
No,
Libby,
again.
you get.
If you want to close the door, you can.
I don't blame you.
Okay. If you do close the door, what you'll notice is it does this kind of sight assess, and it doesn't seem to kind of think that Fireball would be in its best interest at this point. Instead, it's going to cast a different spell. It is going to maneuver itself to here. Hold on. Fly. It is going to maneuver itself to here. And when it sees Lee B, it's going to target him and cast Magic Missile.
Gee, sleepy.
Sorry,
You better say ouch. Ooh.
And those will be applied as follows. Knocks you down, I think.
Yep.
Okay. So, Fred, as you're kind of turning back in horror from the stairwell, you would see the flaming skull kind of zip across the space, its eyes alight, and then the blue hands kind of appear to the side, snap and point, and 4 bolts slam into Libby, knocking him to the ground.
No.
Sorry, buddy.
Al, you're up. Opening the door is an item interaction, so you can do it as you move.
Bam.
You don't have to stop on the door. It makes it very hard for you to get off the door. You come around the corner,
Okay.
you would see it there. Stabification?
Stabification. No, I have the second roll. I'd have advantage, right?
Yeah, if you hit with the first one, which you certainly did. Go ahead and roll me crit damage. Don't forget Savage Attacker if you don't like it.
Yeah, we'll use Savage.
Okay. It's one good and one bad.
Yeah.
For
The
the
same.
exact same thing. That will bloody it, however. Go ahead with your second attack. And this has advantage. Yes. And damage. And then your last attack will also have advantage. Yeah, it's kind of like a pop out, stab, stab as the door kind of swings open, and then as you bring up Hammond's rapier, you kind of catch it in the mouth, breaking the back end of the skull plate out, holding it aloft for a second. When you pull the blade astride, it kind of causes a bunch of bone parts to kind of fall to the ground.
And then I step on it.
Yeah, breaking it more.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck this thing.
Immediately after, because we do have a downed individual, we have to remain in combat zone. So,
Okay.
Lee B,
Yeah.
go ahead and make a death saving throw.
No.
Do so by clicking the big skull in the bottom left corner if you've got your big buttons active. That's one failure, one failed death saving throw. Frid, you've been teaching and learning the arts of healing. Do you have any methods of healcraft here? Potions or what have you?
If not, I do.
I do not have a potion.
So, Lithian, you rush out, and
Nope.
whatever potion you're going to utilize, just go ahead and throw it on the docket, and I'll apply it to
I
Levy.
could revivify. We could wait for him to die and I could revivify him.
No!
I really don't want to
No.
do that. The only person in the entire community I wouldn't want to have a afterlife interaction with your patron is Joe.
Oh.
Joe's the only person I've done that to before these games, and I don't want to do that to him again. He was the forebearer of meeting Teffington in his death, and I don't want to force that on him again. So, okay, whatever healing potion you got, Elizabeth, yep, and then click the healing, and I'll apply it to our boy. All right, you get back up after a slight kind of like groggy moment, Levy, and the combat is concluded. In the aftermath, table is yours, folks. Whatever you'd like to do to spend some time, and of course, remember you always have the opportunity to take a short rest if you'd like.
I want to check on everyone, make sure they're okay. Because that fireball, and then I saw the Libby get like punked out by a flaming skull.
Calithian,
And I go, hey.
Sorry.
Calithian, as you're kind of like, filling Levy with potion, and then Al starts checking on him. Frid's kind of coming out of the doorway. You look around the room, and you saw a fireball hit here. There's no scoring. There's no burning. There's no notice of that. The door itself, which is made of wood and rightfully hanging on its hinges, as we discussed, does not look like it was blasted off of its hinges, as so rightfully was stated it should have been. That did not happen.
We're in a mimic. John's like, fuck, he guessed it.
I'll allow for the Dark One's blessings when it's terminated, that's fine.
Oh no. How
I
curious.
say, any other skull we see, we just blast it.
Probably
For
the
the
safe option.
Yeah. And I pull out my pistols. I go, I've been wanting to use this one.
I have one of those too.
You got a revolver? I'll trade you a pistol for a revolver.
I mean, you can have the revolver.
Oh.
He's just giving them away.
Hold on.
Nobody.
I never did it.
I don't think
Oh, it's
anybody. Yeah, nobody has a revolver besides Al. Al bought it from.
Do you want a musket?
No, I don't want a musket.
Wait, are we taking a short rest?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
If that's
you need
okay.
one.
Sorry, everybody. Levy says we're waiting here. So
I would just plop down when you're checking on me, kind of still woozy and crag. Just like kind of sit by the fire. Give you a thumbs up, but
bear with me
it
here
looks
for a
like you need
second.
to sit for a minute.
I would like for Calithian and Fridweird, yeah, those two, to go ahead and make a religion check.
Yes.
A religion check.
See what we
Okay.
do here. Make a good roll. Oh, come on. It was on the 19. Yeah. Go, Liz. Oh, jeez. We both rolled threes. We
Well,
both rolled threes.
Twinsies.
We'll leave the table exactly where we're at. After your short rest and some time resting, nothing's really changed inside of the space. Nothing creepy or untoward. When you move Calithian towards the broken door, you'll see that it does look as though this door, it looks as though it has splintered at its hinges and been thrown forward a few inches away from its like setting. It looks like it's a very simple thin wood construction, similar to the door that you went into. Plain hardware, very simple, minimal material. But it seems like this didn't even serve as an obstacle for whatever pushed it down.
Yeah.
Just around the corner when you enter in, you'd see another dwarvish skeleton. This one's head, the skeleton's skull, does not appear to have any diamonds or any rubies in its eyes, nor does it have any kind of artifice or kind of carving in its head.
Did
Squints at it.
just shoot it.
Move further in.
There's two braziers here in this space. Further on down the room, you can see
That
there are. Are you sure you want to light another brazier?
No, I said I want to check it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like it's a very similar circumstance to the one up above. It doesn't look like it's been kind of messed with very much at all. And it looks like it's
Okay.
long since kind of lost its embers.
So probably.
Is there a skull in it?
Do you want to go
Question
check
mark?
it? Do you want to go check it?
I got a
That's kind of what I was
question.
asking.
Yeah, if you want to poke around at it, but you can't just like see from like.
Oh.
Yeah, because
it's not like-
remember it popped out of the flame, like when you lit
that's
you
right.
lit it,
Flip
it
it
came
over.
out of the flaming material and then
Okay.
fireballed the shit out of everyone.
Did
Yeah.
my wound closure? It should have been what 8 or 21 or 22,
Whatever you roll, what did you roll on the dice here?
11.
Double the number of hit 20s, or yeah, it should be 22. So add 22 more to yourself.
I should be max now.
Yeah, and max your hit points then.
Yeah. I like this pendant. It's
Pretty
great.
cool. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But if you check at it, you can do so with like a blade or something. I mean, like, or maneuver stuff around. Like, I'm okay with that. But you'll come to the conclusion that neither of these two braziers have anything in them.
I was going to say,
They're these little shells. They're like an insect shell, like a beetle shell, that are actually very highly flammable and also burn for a very long time. I can't remember the name of the beetles, and none of you guys have done any study into that kind of resource, so you wouldn't know either, so it's fine.
just for safe measures, I'm stepping on this skull and crushing it.
Yeah, absolutely, totally fine. You dishonor, you just absolutely just hate the dead and their state. It looks like a dwarf that was laid low. You dishonor his death position.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Dwarf.
There are all of these jars up ahead. Some are smaller, some are larger. They seem to kind of like just be placed in a very erratic order. There are a couple that look like they have broken apart in spaces. The one thing you'll notice, though, is that all of them seem to have some sort of fluid in them. For the ones that are broken, it does appear that the fluid has leaked out onto the ground and has left kind of a darkish green stain. The smell inside of this room is foul. It smells like fish in here.
Stinky.
Calithian, Arcana trained, walking into the space, you'd immediately understand that fish oil is highly flammable.
Yep.
Yes, that's right.
Mm. I don't like that.
Well, I very specifically asked if you wanted to light the brazier, hoping you wouldn't, but here we are. If you look beyond it, it does look like there is a passageway to the left and to the right, so north and to the south. The passageway to the south appears to be just like all the other doors you've seen thus far. The door to the north, on the other hand, it appears to be much sturdier, reinforced with wrought iron and sealed with what appears to be a very masterful-looking lock structure.
How high are the ceilings in these rooms?
About
Like
15
6
feet.
feet? Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have some room to kind of like stretch your wings, so to speak. So yeah, if you want to kind of hide in the shadows in the corners and such, you're more than welcome to. Regarding the door, the locked one, Al, I know you did try and play it Thief a bit earlier with the Thieves tools. Do you want to try this one here?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll use. I don't have a hero point. Never mind.
Do you wish to do anything before you start trying to play with the door?
I want to check for traps.
Go ahead and make me a either an Arcana check or a investigation check.
I'm no good at either one of those.
I know.
Which one am I better at? Neither one. Okay.
The door does not appear to be trapped.
I'm leaving it alone. For smart people. I'm like, man, it's too fishy for me. It smells like fish in here, so pun intended.
You're checking this door?
No, he checked the
No,
northern door. You're
yeah.
checking the southern door. It looks like a regular normal door, just like the ones you've seen so far.
You guys flying in the corner, top corner, the dark corner of the room.
And he's like got a bat cowl and cape, and he's like, "Oh, darkness. I am darkness. I am justice."
See, I was thinking of Piccolo. I know it's a bat cape, but
Yeah, fair enough. It works fine.
It'd be cooler if
I also forgot that
moving in a corner. Just aura farming.
When you check this room, you'll see that there's another reinforced door to the right, but it looks as though that its locking mechanism has been absolutely and utterly shattered from its inside. It almost looks like someone exploded it with something on the interior. The room in here doesn't smell fishy, but Calithian and Al, you're kind of able to tell that the fishy smell appears to be kind of following you in. Do you wish to close the door behind you or leave it open?
Once everyone gets in, we'll close the door, and then we will shoot. I'm going to shoot these two, or like make sure these two skulls here are.
The pile of bones in the corner. It draws the eyes to it. Obviously, you've definitely been kind of conditioned to look in that direction, right? There are skulls and bones of various sizes that are haphazardly stacked against the wall. Several of them are broken from what appears to be very rough treatment. And there doesn't seem to be any sort of organization to the macabre collection. The skulls already have cracks and rents in them. They're missing their jaws. They're already kind of broken. And it looks as someone took the effort already to kind of do what you're doing. This jar here, when you first enter, if you look at it, you'll notice that over the top, there is a black wax seal over the top.
We are not passing our checks tonight.
Your presumption is that its contents are similar to the ones in the other room. It's just this one's lid is still on.
Yeah.
There is also a door to your left and a opening kind of passage to the right.
Yeah.
A cat butt in front of you.
It's not the closest.
Al, you kind of make your way around. Those jars you pass by, they appear to be sealed as well as the one in the corner. Calithian, you open the door in front of you. I'm going to pause you for a second.
I thought she was down here.
I'm going to pause both of you for a second. And I can do that. But you'll see that there's a door that looks like it's more of like a prison cell door in front of you, Al, that looks like it's been broken away. Calithian, when you open your door, inside you get a very kind of sudden gust of wind. Oh my god, baby cat! My baby cat just pushed its butt into the and knocked it over. It happens.
He got a badonk.
He dumb. He dumb cat. He's dumb Bob. He's a dumb baby. Okay, so you enter into the space if you want to, but I was just telling you what it looked like before you walked in, and also the smell that you'd be getting. So if you want to back off, that's okay too. The smell that kind of thrusts out at you is musty. It is very old and very tangibly death. The alcoves that you see to the left and to the right appear to have small little coffins with various adornments atop them. There are candles that are burned out, wilted flowers, other offerings that lie around these monuments in this space. They all look pretty much of a kind, but each one has its own kind of like uniqueness to it. All the way across the space, just at the edges of your dark vision, you can see that there is one that's at the end. It does feel as though there is a passageway to the right in this space. Something about this room is different, though. The ceiling is not flat like all of the ceilings in the other space. The ceiling in this space is arched, almost as if like the top of it were like half a tunnel. And then, Al, you kind of maneuver over towards that broken door. I can see you there. And Levy, you kind of see this door here. It looks like it's one of the heavier reinforced doors. And it looks like it doesn't have a lock either. It looks like its lock's been broken out as well.
I'm flying around. I'm up in the air. I'm 10, 15 feet up just floating around watching everybody.
Staying stealthy. Appreciate that.
I'm coming back. Oh, because I don't want to split the party too much.
What? You don't?
No.
Okay. Make it less fun for me. That's fine. So if you guys regroup, Calithian does have this door open. Steps inside. The second that you do, you hear kind of this very strange sound. Almost a guttural, almost like a growling sound. And I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fun. Love that for me. Dexterity save. Love that for me.
Wow. Wow.
You got Elizabeth. Right outside the range.
So it's actually the entirety of the entire space that's filled with this rolling fireball that hits everything inside of the hall. When it hits you, Calithian, it does kind of shoot you back because of the force of it.
Yeah.
So you go flying out on fire, of course. And kind of slam into Al behind you as the fire kind of rolls through and then stops. One pleasant thing that you notice, Al, as you're kind of, Calithian's thrown into your arms, you kind of push him off to the side, is that all of the candles have been lit.
Yay!
Taking my cloak and trying to sort of snuff out the flames on Calithian.
Thank you.
I go, you okay? It's the second fireball we've been hit with. Where's that little fucker at?
I hope we don't run into any more of them.
Oh.
Would you like to go ahead?
Oh man, I'm so scared.
So, just as a note, this coffin at the far side basically opened up like a mouth, and flame shot out in this kind of rolling ball of flame across the entirety of the hallway. Then Calithian stepped in.
Like Calithian hit a trap, or...
You can start searching around if you want to find a trap. Perception or investigation to see.
Oh man. We'll do perception.
Okay. You do not see any signs of a trap, but obviously there is a trap here. Like that very clearly is a trap. He stepped in, he got like blasted with fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, somebody more perceptive than me needs to walk through this. So,
I could. I float down.
Okay. And then you can see that the
Or
ceiling is higher than the other ceilings. Like it kind of domes up. So the doming, kind of like the rounding portion, starts at about the 15-foot height we discussed for the ceilings. And this actually ascends up to about a 30-foot height. So there's plenty of clearance above. Do you wish to try and fly over the situation? See if it's...
I want to check the most obvious thing. I think to me would be like the tiles on the floor, right? Let's check to see if there's any kind of a pressure plate or something like that.
Yeah. So
For everybody
22 will
else.
note that there does appear to be a pressure plate right at the front here. But what you'll notice is that it does appear that there are other ones as well. It looks like there's a pattern that you seemingly have to walk to kind of make your way through here. And that pattern for you would be as follows. Hold on. See if I can draw it, since you rolled so very well. Let's see if I can draw it. That would be the path that you would have to walk to not touch an actual pressure plate.
Right. You would
And
be with the.
you don't have to physically move your token to do that, because obviously that's a silly game. But if you would like to follow the path and lead the way, Libby, since you see it, it will be very hard for you to instruct someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Near
I
impossible.
would,
Marry me.
like,
What?
What do you?
when I get up here, I would point out the pressure plate, the first one that's obviously bad. I'd point it out as obvious as I can to everybody and like wave my arms like no, 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 and then I would walk slowly around it. Do the diagonal thing it's doing. And
Yep.
follow the path.
Does the group wish to follow Libby and his path?
Very carefully.
I would like
Yes.
everybody who wishes to follow Libby, because again, he's not able to tell you no and no. You do need to make a perception check to see if you can follow.
Oh.
The perception check DC is very low, but I wouldn't put it past somebody rolling bad and being stupid enough. Yeah, so Al, you get it. It makes sense. Cal, you are focused enough to be able to understand what he's telling you via hand gestures and motion.
Crap. Perception check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use another lucky point to roll with advantage.
Okay. Told you it's a low DC.
Who cares?
All right, well, you blasted it out of the water, my friend. The DC was 8. Because
Hey, well, I got lucky.
he very specifically kind of like gave in, the specific notes. And Levy, as you're making your way across, at the very end of it, which is technically this point here, you'll note that there is a broken door directly in front of you. These two massive slabs, and you can see the kind of rounding of the door is kind of similar to the rounding of the space, right? They lie flat. These double doors appear to be broken off at the hinges. Both are chipped and cracked along their edges, having taken a substantial beating from whoever broke through them to get inside. Yet the forms never broke. Like the frame, the door frame, it never broke. It remains intact. Like the hinges actually gave way before the stone did, which not quite right. Beyond the door ahead of you, there is an adorned, honored burial hall. The room at the end of the burial hall is almost as big as the entirety of the space that you just kind of marched through to get here. It houses a single coffin on a dais at the far end. Empty braziers of stone nestle in alcoves running the length of the room, and the dais is littered with candles, but the only light now is what filters from the outside. Anything that you've brought in with you, primarily.
I want to check the tiles immediately in front of me for traps leading into that room.
There don't appear to be traps. What you'll notice, though, is this room does have similar splattering on the floor, which is very indicative of the fish oil staining that you've seen in places where the fire trap and also where the other stuff is located. But yeah, you don't see any kind of designator as to what that could mean. There's no pressure plates.
I fly up into the air
Okay.
and out of everybody else's way so they can check shit out.
If you'd like to mess with the cracked stone coffin, you can. That's the cracked stone coffin, that's the trap. If you want to try and disarm it, if you have thieves' tools, that's possible. Otherwise, you won't be able to mess with it. Unless you're like trying to break it.
I don't have.
I mean, I got tools.
Do you want to try and disarm the fire trap or no?
Will it set itself off if I do?
No. There's really no chance if you like. There's no chance of you igniting the fire with the disarm, but there is a chance that you could set it so that it cannot be disarmed again, like by your group. So if you fail, the worst condition is that you just suck. That's not a it sucks. So you hit that, kind of get into it, into its side working on the panel. There's like a panel on the side of the coffin, and you're able to kind of set it so that all of the floor panels, you hear them all depress immediately, but the coffin lid, like, you can hear like a click, like it's locking in place. So the fire trap of the hallway is now defeated.
Yes! I go, high five, guys. High five.
High fives all around. High fives all around.
I'm not
Air
a
high five from me.
Levy's like, I understand this. I understand. In his head, he's like, yes. This
Yes,
is
this
good.
language I speak.
We are team working. Team working and hitting our hands together. The internal monologue. Okay, so the path ahead of you, massive open space.
I guess this might be Darien up here. Darien? Yeah, Darien. I'm going to make an assumption. But you said there's no traps or anything?
No traps.
Then what are these
When
things?
you step past the doorway and enter into the space, everyone sees it kind of happen at once. Al, you see that stepping down from the dais is a massive cloud of dark, thick smoke. And as it finishes the descent down the steps, you would see that whatever it is takes shape. It appears to be man-shaped. It appears to be knightly in stature, regal almost. And in its hand it carries a massive, beautiful sword. It says nothing. It holds the blade aloft, and for one of you, it looks familiar. I believe that you encountered a wraith not long ago, Fridweird.
Yeah,
This appears to be one.
they're horrible.
And it raises the sword as it readies
Does the sword
itself.
like the one on the sarcophagus outside?
Stylistically, yes.
Okay.
And initiative has been put onto the table, if you would so kindly roll that beautiful bean footage.
Shoot.
Nice.
I love those threes, boy. Just loving those threes today. Yum.
Oh, interesting. I have to. I thought I could just drag and drop the weapon onto here, but I can't. So I have to make it. I should have did this in the prelude. Sorry. Bear with me here.
You are right.
Huzzah. Click. I guess you'll know what it is. Okay. Delete. You saw nothing. Okay. That said, it looks like the initiative docket, Levy, you're first on it. And I will shift the music to something a little bit more combat worthy. And you're up, Levy.
Ah, fly at him. I land. And I swing with the broom.
Okay.
Actually, nah. No, we're not gonna do the broom. I'll let go of the cloak, and we'll start punching him.
Punch it. Punch it good.
That'll hit.
22 to hit.
Yeah. You don't have him targeted, but yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, my bad. Hold
Okay.
on. I'll fix that before I load.
What you'll notice is as you punch into his frame, he's not tangible. Your fist kind of pushes through him quite a bit, and then you see that your second attack is clear to kind of pass through him as well. Go ahead and deal damage with the second one. 13 is his armor class, just a heads up. And yeah, your punches are not doing a lot to him. You're kind of punching into him, and it's kind of going through his frame.
Okay. The bonus act. Well, hold on. Before I bonus action flare, I might need to do something else. Let me look up flare. Yeah, I think I wanted to dash or step of the wind, so I'm not standing right fucking next to him. I'm not sure exactly what this does, but it sounds good.
Step of the wind.
Yeah.
You spend one focus point, and you take the disengage action as a part of the dash action. So you can move double your speed, and you do not provoke opportunity attacks for doing so.
I'm just gonna fucking fly. I'm gonna fly back up in the air, running. I fly in, I punch him, and then I fly away.
That's great. Good tactics. Yeah, and you can go further than that. You can go 80.
Hell yeah, you guys got this. Okay, I'm good.
All right. Al.
Ow.
It looked like it did something, but it didn't look like it did a lot.
I was checking something. I was like, I pull out my guns because I want to use this revolver so bad.
Okay. Do you?
Obviously, it would have been reloaded before battle. So, ability normal.
Okay. So you shoot it dead on,
Yeah.
perfectly right inside of his head, like boom,
My
a
goodness.
headshot. You watch his head explode outwards and then snap back into place as if nothing in your damage affected it. It is a completely immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing of a non-magical variety.
Hmm.
Oh, sheesh.
I'm just rolling my damage.
Hey.
Yeah.
Probably half damage on him. That kind.
On magic, it's half.
Yeah.
On non-magic,
Magic,
it's none. So yeah, again, the revolver shoots and hits, it does enough damage to blow a regular person's head off, and it looks like the ghosts manifest that for you for flavor, but it then snaps its head back and no damage is dealt.
Oh man.
That's insane. Oh man.
Like it was like literally the first time you fired the gun, it was dead on accurate, perfect shot right to the fucking mouth, and he just doesn't care.
I'm like, so I ask, who is it? Freedweird. Like, what did you guys use to kill this guy? A wraith.
You still have a second attack, but you obviously aren't going to waste a bullet. If you want to move up
No.
and attack, you can, or if you want to not use it, you can just ignore it.
Yeah, it's just. So am I?
That'll hit. Keeping it, or do you want a savage attack?
I will savage it.
Yep.
Because it's free.
Yeah, and you won't be able to switch your weapons out because you had the pistol and you drew the rapier, so...
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with the 15, which will have, as you kind of stab into it, you can see that it's not as effective.
Yeah.
You kind of got the pistol in one hand and the rapier, and you're like, ha! Calithian, you're up.
Yep. Cal is going to...
No, hey again, Bone Caller.
I think we're going to Mind Spike him.
Okay. I do take psychic damage. Okay. Let's see. Wisdom saving throw from the Wraith.
Mm-hmm.
Failure.
Go ahead and roll
Damage, please, and I'll spike him.
And then I need to roll a d4.
That'll be when the next effect comes in. Mind Spike says...
Oh.
Oh, sorry, for the spell. This is a level spell. I'm sorry. I thought it was Mind Sliver. Yes, D4. And if you roll a 2, it's refunded.
Nope.
It is not. We're up to 34 for the curse.
Okay, and I also need a d20.
For Wild Magic?
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah. But no.
What's the key number for the curse?
I don't know.
They don't know. Okay.
Are you done,
Yeah,
Calithian?
you're lying.
Yes, let me intern.
Okay.
He's not telling the truth.
So, as he kind of takes to fighting with Calithian, Levy, you kind of move around the corner, but you're kind of peeking around it, kind of like, interested in the fight, but not interested in dying horribly. And as you see him kind of taking more manifest shape after his head was blown off, he pulls the sword he's wielding and spins it up into a posture which to you kind of clicks in your head as if this stance is one point on an 8-pointed wheel that you're very familiar with, but at the same time forget. When he hits that pose, his hand disappears and then reappears jutting towards Al's throat, and you see the sword zoom across the room, slamming at Calithian. I'll make a dancing longsword attack targeting Calithian as a bonus action.
Oh shit.
Come on, baby cat.
He just had to sit up a little bit. Get in your way.
Oh, it has its own attacks on it. That's interesting. Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Oh, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, Calithian, you're not the only one getting hit here. Whatever you were concentrating is gone.
Yeah.
Which was the Mind Spike, right?
Yeah. Trying to see.
I got it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
He reaches straight for you, Al, and he's going to grasp at you with his hand. It looks like he succeeds.
Oh no.
Oh, I have Calithian targeted. I'll select Al instead.
Yeah, don't kill me.
Al, when he grasps you, you feel your life drain from you. I am going to go ahead and manually affect you here. Bear with me here while I do so. Your maximum hit point total is temporarily changed. It is now 33.
Okay.
Oh, oops. No. It is now 33. My god. Okay, we nailed it. We got there. We made it. Thanks, folks, for being patient. Okay, that is it for the Wraith. Fridweird, you're up.
Yep. I'm going to use my Wand of Magic Missiles, and I'm going to cast Magic Missile using 3 charges, so at 3rd level. Okay.
Okay.
Super. So where is the spellbook? Sorry. Can I cast it straight from the wand? Can. Great. 3rd level. Cast.
And there's no save for the life drain.
No. Oh.
No.
Sorry, Andy.
2024
No worries.
doesn't fuck around anymore.
Yeah.
I'm confused. So I have to roll it 9 times?
No, click damage 4 more times.
Click damage 4 more times.
In the chat, you see where it says magic missile, and then it says underneath damage refund resource. Click the word damage 4 more times.
1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 3rd level.
Correct.
Okay.
And I am susceptible to force damage.
Right. And then what I'm going to do is take my movement and scoochy over here. I can. Oh, come
Go
on.
around the walls. I'm trying to go into the walls. So
I need to.
you'll see it earlier than others. If you look down the hallway, you'll see that there are a total of 4 undead spectral forms moving towards you.
Seeing that,
And you
I'm
move.
probably just gonna move
Pause.
here.
No, no. You
What?
moved where you moved. You're done with the moving.
Come on.
It's a rush out, and you're like, ah, and you're like stopping and
Oh, wait a minute.
right. Can't refund your movement, you silly. Okay, I gotta add these guys
But
to
you
the.
said I would have seen them and not.
You were
continue.
running away. Don't be a goof. You only saw them when I pointed them out to you.
True.
He only moved like 15 feet. It's not like he used his full movement.
He
Yeah.
ran 30.
Mhm.
Like he had to weirdly angle, right? Yeah, it says 30
No,
on his.
I mean,
Where he's at, it's 30.
It's all good.
All right.
okay, whatever. Be that way.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a. I'm not trying to be a. I'm not trying to be a silly
I'm
Billy. I'm just trying to show
I'm
you what
fine.
it says.
Fine. I know that's weird though.
Yeah, because you ran forward and you backed up 5 feet. It's totally chill. I just wouldn't let you back up further than that. Levy, you're up, and based on the from Frid, which I think that's canon, right? That did happen, right, Andy?
It's totally canon, yeah.
Levy, you realize that there's probably more coming around the corner, and you would see that there are 4 more coming around the corner.
Oh, boy.
I will say, if you'd like to make a, this one's for free. If you'd like to make a intelligence check, I'll let you do so for flavorful fun.
Well, maybe. I'm very bad at that one.
Well, let's just see.
Intelligence is not my...
Give me the intelligence check.
No, it's not that.
Yeah.
You're
So
feeling smart today.
you were kind of like hovering in the air, bat style, over Al when he was dismembering the trap, and you would realize that you know how to turn it back on. It's a lot easier to turn back on than it is to turn off, if you wanted to. Unfortunately, it would be impossible for you to tell Fridweird the pathing again, and he would have to kind of on his own decide how he wants to move. You would know that this is a safe space here, and this is a safe space here. So you could, if you wanted to, as an
I
action,
can fireball Fred.
turn the fire on and then move away from it. It is not active until somebody steps on the trap to trigger it, which means you'd have to step back into this space, or Frid would have to step somewhere that is a trap space.
Yoinks.
Your call if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a neat idea. They're definitely floating off the ground right there.
Yeah, they're not going to spring it.
I don't want to do that to you.
Could if you wanted to. Or you could tell. Oh no, you can't. For those watching at home who aren't familiar,
He shouldn't do it.
Levy cannot tell anybody anything because Levy is taking a vow of silence.
Yeah. When I was fighting Dan's character, you definitely were not happy if I would have thrown a fireball and gotten Dan to get an enemy.
So now you know how it feels.
No, but you said it was okay for
to even joke about it. So
Shit, man, this is I'm in a tough space. Al's kind of in trouble, and if I don't fight these guys, our casters are also going to be in trouble, man. I don't like that.
What I will allow you to do, if you want to spend your entire action, because you have extra attack, if you want to spend your entire action focused on the trap at hand, you could grab Frid, and Andy, you need to decide whether or not you'd take that as a hostile action or you'd go with it.
Oh, if I see him trying to pull me away from those things at the end of the hall, I would definitely let him do that.
So as a single attack action, you could grab Frid, throw him here into this space, and then as the second action, or a part of the bonus action for magic-y cool stuff, you could kick the trap so that it's active again, step on it, and move off of it. You would not get hit by the fire trap yourself, but it'd be your whole turn doing that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So Frid will end up here, and you should end up here. Alright. So Frid, grab from behind as you're backing away. Oh, you see Libby with like a very serious look on his face, drag you aside, move you off to the side, run over and kick the coffin. As he does so, he pushes his foot down like in a dance step towards his right, and you see the pressure plate as it's ascending back up get pushed back down. The mouth of the thing opens up and a fireball expends outwards.
Hero.
As before, it will hit the 3 down lane. It will not hit the one that's in the doorway because it has not fully entered into the space.
Hell yeah.
Fire. So these guys need to make deck saving throws. One will fail and 2 will succeed. Or the other way around. Strike that, reverse it. Okay, and then the last one will be the one that has it. What you'll notice is that as it kind of detonates into them, it looks like it should have discorporated them, but it looks like they are resistant to fire. It does look as though it did a decent amount of damage to 2 of them, though. And you see a lot of their ectoplasm kind of splatter onto the ground, but they are still incorporeally formed enough to continue their slow glide as they move. Al, you're up next. His sword's over beating the shit out of Calithian, and he's doing ghosty hands on you. How would you like to proceed? You're muted if you're talking.
Al does not like that. So what Al is going to do, he's going to drink the potion of fire breath,
So,
and then he's
a
going.
real quick thing. I just want to make sure you understand. Drinking a potion of healing is a bonus action. Drinking a potion of fire breath is an action. And then you can use your bonus action to let the fire breath go.
Yeah. Oh, so
It'll be your whole turn doing this if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, just click on the refund resource.
I need to get away from this guy.
Disengage is an action you can take.
Disengage.
But it'll be your whole action, so you won't be able to fight.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to disengage from him.
Okay. And you can move your normal speed. Okay, you move over to your allies.
That dude, I can't hit him with my pokey sticks.
As you guys kind of like back to back in like a 4-person sector, there's like a momentary situation where you see Calithian's like, fighting the sword. And then
Yeah.
And then Al rushes over, he's like, this guy's real big trouble. And Levy's like nodding his head, points, and there's like ghosts moving through the fire. And Fred's like, ha ha ha.
Cal's eyes just get bigger.
Yeah. This one will move up. Probably moaning in a ghostial way the whole time.
Do it.
It will dash to get to where it needs to be. Calithian.
Cal is going to go ahead and do fuck. What is
Do
it?
fuck.
No.
Cal's gonna do fuck.
He's gonna do fuck all. That's what he's gonna do.
There you go.
I'm
Honestly,
going to.
the situation is tense enough. It's go big or go home kind of territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna cast a fireball into that room with the guy.
Okay. So go ahead and throw it. And what you'll have noticed from the ghosts before, and so it's not unexpected, they are resistant to fire damage.
Yeah, but it's still gonna do more damage than any of my other spells.
Oh, for sure. It's a big fucking damage spell. Go ahead and click the damage for me. He'll fail. So he'll take half,
Yeah, but he's not taking half of half.
which is good.
Yes.
That'll bloody him.
Sick.
I like it, Liz.
And then where did my swords go? Where did they go? There. I think that is. Oh wait, hold on. I have 2 more things to do. I got a 1.
Oh, Fireball's a 3rd level spell, so 1 point up.
And
No wild magic.
So it didn't. Okay, in turn.
More ghosts moving down the way. To be more specific, they are not ghosts, they are specters. Done.
Oh, they're spooky.
As a bonus action, I will cause the dancing sword to attack the elf boy again.
How fucking dare you?
13 hits.
No.
When did you cast Mage Armor?
Oh, did I? No, sorry. You're right. I did not. Yep. That was
Punish!
on this. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, down.
Yep.
And as a part of that bonus action, the sword will fly right back to him. When it comes back to him, he kind of like raises his hand, catches it, puts it before him in a martial stance, and kind of holds. It doesn't look like he's going to advance after you. He's taking the dodge action, by the way. Britt, you're up.
Yep. How do I target more than one creature?
Hold shift, press T.
Thank you. I'm going to use my scroll of Thunderwave.
Okay. Hit place measure. Oh, it's already doing it. Give it to me. Hell
Did I do
yeah.
it?
Yep, and then click the damage for me, please. They are also resistant to thunder. It does appear that you have also selected the Wraith, who is not included in the area of effect. One succeeded, one failed. The one that failed is pushed away from you. It can be straight back, or it could be diagonally away from you. Which would you prefer?
Shit.
Like here?
Diagonally.
Okay. And that is it for you, Fridweir?
I'm going to use my Vampire's Kiss
Disengage.
ability. So what everyone sees who's nearby will see like a blood red burn mark in the shape of a mouth appear on his neck, and then it disappears as he moves himself. Come on. I'm sorry, everything's in the way. So I was here, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So can I move through,
Yeah.
allies?
Okay.
That's it?
Calithian, you'll notice that the stance that he's holding kind of changes when Frid enters the room, and it goes back to that holding the sword above his head in that kind of stance that Lee B seems to have recognized.
Yep.
It's time.
Yippee!
Whoosh! I don't care about walls. I can move through them. That's it for ghosts. Libby, you're up.
Help.
I will. Fuck it, man. I'm gonna start punching him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I believe in you. I've always have. This one's bloodied, so if you want to punch one that you're pretty sure you can murder, that guy's the most fucked up. Probably it's. Yeah. They got 12 armor class, folks. We're not looking at a high number here.
Sorry, I did not roll.
That's okay. You have a bonus action. You want to throw that attack too?
I don't know. I might not need it on him, right? I might be able to switch it to a different target.
That'll kill.
Okay, so the second one should have been on the other guy.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the same statistics. So this one here.
Yeah. And then my final.
This will bloody this one. It's not dead yet, but your final attack. Hit. Damage. Is it enough? No, just enough.
And then I'm gonna float, fly, whatever, all the way around, kind of position myself, not touching the ground, but next to this guy and ready for the next one's attack too.
Yeah, be cognizant, folks. I'm not going to remind you. You see Lee V kind of take trepidatious movement over the trapped floor, and you understand that the trap has been rearmed.
Al's going to move right here, and then he's going to shove the potion of healing down Callie's throat.
Hey, buddy! Smack! Throw your head back, huh?
Yeah.
The healing. Love it.
And that would be my turn, right?
That's a bonus action.
Oh,
Yeah, literally, like, you kick with the, because Calithian was down, kick with the foot, when, like, it kind of, oh, just shove it in there, and just, like, you kind of spin it first, and then put it in, so, like, it just kind of down.
And then,
The tornado soju.
Yeah.
With, so what, he's gonna be fucking weird with this one.
If you move diagonally here, you're fine, and you can attack this one if you want to fight that, or if you want to bolt back into the room, we could go back to Raid Town, but it's up to you if you want to try that.
No, I tell Fred to get back to his original position because it looks like he's only ready to attack whenever we enter that space. And then, let me go.
Here.
I throw on my shield with, and I move right here.
Yep.
And I target this wraith.
That'll hit Calithian. Go ahead and roll damage. I can manually. You still had. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, I could have swore I had.
You targeted after. You targeted after you clicked. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh. What is Vex? Creature with the advantage on your next attack roll against a creature. Oh.
Yeah.
So I get advantage. Okay,
Yep.
cool. So I'll do my second attack. T advantage.
That'll work. Let's see the damage.
Sheesh. I've never seen so many 20s in one session.
Savage attacker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian's a lucky son of a bitch. I don't know if
Yeah,
you
I
knew
love
that.
it.
I'll take the 16.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. And
Still alive, but only just.
man, wait. Use this feature. Oh, it's just once per turn.
All right.
I'll end my turn.
The ghost that got knocked away with the force blast will move up into the air towards Levy. And it will use its life drain attack. It will miss. Calithian, you're up.
So we're gonna. Some might say be stupid.
What's new?
Others might disagree.
Be brilliant.
We're gonna keep throwing fireballs at that bitch over there.
Yeah.
We're at 35 of question mark curse. So I mean, yeah, never stupid.
Well, let's see. I believe Brent tagged me earlier and said,
Do your best.
add a lot to the number so I ain't the only one who did it.
That's great.
Gang, gang.
What is this fireball hitting?
And I
Oh, you're
did.
shooting me. Okay.
On it.
All right. Well, again, you keep being a problem.
No,
I'm gonna have to keep
no.
throwing my sword at you.
No, it's okay. I understand what I did.
That'll fail. Go ahead and give me damage.
Yeah. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Still standing or floating around like a ghost.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Anything else from you?
I mean, part of Cal wants to jump on top of this crypt and hide in this corner, but I don't think I can do that. Did I have a... Do I still have one of those? Hold on.
I was gonna say you should mage armor yourself, but you already used your action.
Yeah, I already used an action.
Roll me a d20.
Oh, yeah.
And roll me a d4. No.
Dang, so close. More to it. Inventory, that's what I wanted. I do not have one. Why is it
Okay.
showing up? Okay, so intern.
Wraith. The sword will go flying straight out towards Frid. It's a very loud kind of singing sound as it flies straight into him. Uh-huh.
Miss?
That'll miss, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the ghost will follow in kind
Ah!
and will life drain.
I don't like that it's getting closer.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not going near that thing anymore.
Oh,
I'm
fudge.
scared to death. Oh!
No shot.
Oh my god.
What's your maximum hit point total?
So right now I have 10 temporary hit points from my ability Dark One's Blessing, and that's the only thing that will save. Well, I had 45 as my total, so I have 55 right now. I am good.
Okay.
So
Your maximum
apply
is
the
going
damage
to be reduced, though. So we're going to reduce your maximum down to 12. So that means 23? 33
But
is
that's
going to be reduced from your top.
right?
Oh yeah, the temporary hit points are covered. I did 43 damage, so 33 of his actual hit points are just going to be removed.
No. I mean, like, the life drain is temporary.
Yeah, it only lasts a day.
Okay, yeah.
Yikes. Ow.
Still not great for this, but
Done. Fred Weird, you're up.
Yeah, his skin like withers and his hair grays.
I know.
Yeah, and you know what's great is his life
Yeah.
goes the opposite direction. So
You fucker.
I love that for me.
Mm. It is nice, right?
it should have been one less. I did the math wrong. What you doing, Fred?
Better kill this guy.
The only way you can move is to the right, as hard corner cannot be moved around, and the sword and the wraith in front of you are blocking your path forward.
Oh, I have my ways.
Yeah, if you want to teleport or something, that's cool too.
I have the disengage action,
Yeah, certainly.
bonus action. That would allow me to move through their space, right?
That would allow you to move out of their threatened space. Normally, yeah, that's absolutely true.
But not directly through.
You can't move through their space, no.
Oh no, I just accidentally.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna use our bonus action and for Vampire's Kiss, and now I could do it. 1, 2.
You gotta move it one at a time, Andy. One at a time.
15, 20,
In response.
30.
Immediately after a creature takes the disengage action, it's after the disengage action is taken. Okay. I always forget how the new wording is. So the second that you use disengage, I'm going to make an opportunity attack against you.
Wow.
I'm going to
Son
do
of a
so
bitch.
with my sword.
You some bitch.
Uh-huh. That'll miss.
It'll miss.
You make it to where you wanted to go.
Goodness, that's great. And yeah. Let's see what I can do here. Of course, it's probably my best bet to target him, because he's gonna kill me anyway real soon. And I'm just gonna pop off my. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
And then a second attack.
We've been rolling a lot of 20s. You're not wrong, Joe.
Yeah. So, so my damage for the first one is crit damage.
Mm-hmm.
And my second damage is
I
regular
can't see because
damage.
my cat's fucking big old booty.
So I do a total of 35.
Yeah, the
force.
second shot will pierce through it. What you'll notice is the first one repels it back and it slams against an unseen barrier. The second shot pierces through it and causes the sword to drop to the ground.
Is it just the
Thank
sword,
you.
or I killed him? Oh,
The
And he
wraith
sort of
dissipates.
falls to his knees briefly.
Yep. This one's dead. This one's still alive. Levy, you weren't fighting this one. This one was fighting against Al. That'll miss. Levy, you're up.
Yes.
Punch the same one.
Yeah.
Let's get these fuckers gone and get the fuck out of here.
Cape unfurls, you kind of spin about, kicking it into the head. It kind of moves itself aside for the kick, bringing around the next attack. It's got a 12 AC. Come on, guy. You got
Yeah, what
this.
the hell?
Damage, damage, damage. That'll work. As you kind of splinter into this one, it'll actually pop and ectoplasm will go flying about the floor. It doesn't look like it's enough weight to kind of impact the thing. You spin around, flying in the air with the cape, bringing it around to the next target. Damage. Unfortunately, not enough.
Alright. For my move action.
Yeah.
Is it possible for me to move and continue my movement? Oh shit! While stepping on the plate.
You'll provoke an opportunity attack, but yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So you're very quick, and the batlings kind of fly behind you as you zip forward, slamming down onto the plate and rolling past Al into the hallway. The second you do, I'm not even going to roll damage. A huge gout of flame just whisks past, rolling through the hallway, destroying the last of the specters.
Nice.
Epic as fuck.
Hell yeah.
There's like a
Well,
moment where you're back in your like little like group, but you're missing Frid. You kind of all look over to Frid Weird, who's like kneeling down, like
He's all fucked up. Yeah, he's so messed up right now.
I'm like, Fred, you took a beating with that life drink.
You can see his veins are like darkened, and it seems like there's veins in his hands that are kind of creeping towards the dark mark as well.
Ugh.
Oh, he's got a dark mark.
No,
I don't have
he
that.
doesn't have a dark mark. Where the dark mark ought to
Oh.
be, there's like lines that kind of connect and bounce off of its exterior. So there is no
Okay.
dark mark, but there's a now noticeable indentation of where it is. Because remember, everybody still has a dark mark, even though their dark mark isn't manifest.
That's an awfully cool flavor. I love that.
Mhm.
But I got it though. Frid says to Al.
I go, fuck this shit. Let's flip this dude's coffin over.
Yeah, if you look inside the coffin, what you'll notice on the exterior is a very strange writing structure, and none of you can read it except for Lee B. And looking at the writing, you'll notice that it's basically an honorific. It is a form of your native land's writing that basically notes that this individual was an adherent of the Eight-Pointed Way, or the Eight Virtues. And it also notes to you a bit more about your own personal understanding of your own way, your own path. You follow a path that you feel you're the first to walk, but you also understand there is a path there. And you understand that this individual named Darian is more actually akin to Darian, like very kind of different language-wise. His fighting style, very much to you, kind of denoted somebody who was willing to kind of risk it all, and also the sword that he was using seemed to have a mind of its own, as if his soul was more in the sword than it was in the man, or the ghost in this case. They are winning, Solution. They just killed a wraith, a nastier version of a wraith.
Yeah.
The dancing sword. Who wants it?
If it was a rapier, I'd be like, all right.
It
But
is a longsword. Yeah, unfortunate.
I'm sure somebody else would want it. Al, why don't you bring it back?
Dancing
Yeah.
sword. A dancing sword. It to go over it again. It does. I'll click the attack roll so you can kind of see what it states. You can take a bonus action to toss the sword into the air. When you do so, attacks one creature. The weapon uses the attack roll and adds ability modifier to damage. So it would be a strength attack roll, and
Cool.
it kind of
Pretty
hovers and
cool.
floats around with you.
it's like Alucard
Very
sword.
cool.
It's like Alucard's sword. Yeah.
Very
If
cool.
it was a rapier, I'd be like, I'm all over that. But
I
nope.
can't use the longsword.
Yeah.
Well, again, who wants it just for taking?
I mean,
I'll-
I can
I'll take it and throw it inside the bank.
The elves are fighting. Who wants it? Okay, we'll give it to Al then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Were you just going to throw it into the bank of the treasure loot?
Yeah, that works. You can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very rare weapon, so you might want to mention it, like, just in the chat. I know there will probably be some people who are interested in it. But
Okay.
if you open up the lid and look inside the sarcophagus, you will find not but a corpse in very vestigial robes for a burial shroud, effectively. And that's it. The space otherwise is emptied. You are able to kind of go back to the trap and reset it so that it is no longer active and are able to move through the kind of ritual hall without issue. There are two other doors that were present. Oh, sorry, there was one other item inside of the sarcophagus, a key.
A
Don't
key.
move.
Yeah.
Take it.
We got to disable the
Yeah,
trap.
it's already disabled. It's fine. You don't have to roll for it.
Okay. Okay, got it. Got it.
I take the key.
You already did it once, so you know how it kind of works. It just takes some time. You couldn't do it during combat, but you could definitely
Yeah.
activate it because it was literally just a kind of unfuck what Al did to it kind of situation. If he hadn't rolled very high on that intelligence check, which would normally be the case with that -1 intelligence score,
Yeah.
but he rolled well, so he got it. But yeah, there's this other door, and the door is actually open. You'll notice, Levy, and when you kind of look inside, you'll see that there's 4 individual corpses inside. 2 of them are in beds; they're not shown on the map, and there are 2 that are lying on the ground. And as far as you can tell, the ghosts that came after you were kind of dwarvish in nature. You didn't really have a lot of time to kind of deal with what you were looking at, but it looks like the specters of the people who died in this room were brought back to life and fought against you just recently. Looking through their gear, it's basically just dwarvish accoutrement, like, pretty typical of a dwarvish fighter. Looks like this complement of dwarves was placed here for purpose. Their intent was to defend this location for whatever reason.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like the complement was probably large enough to host more than are present. But you found a couple of corpses on the ground, and some of them have been defiled.
That makes sense.
This was a prison, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it looked like some sort of prison door. Inside, you'll actually find another sarcophagus present. This looks like it's already been looted. It definitely looks like whoever was here before you has certainly, definitely, absolutely taken everything that they can. And when you come around to the corner here, Calithian, you would see that there is a pathway that looks like it's absolutely reeks of a charnel. And it looks like it's a very heavy series of stairs that descend deep into darkness. I will let you know that we have about 20 minutes, and this complex, the Darien Cemetery, is actually a network of places. It's another legacy dungeon. So if you'd like to descend into the hold, you can, but you also have the key, potentially the key for the door that's over on the way, if you want to inspect that instead. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. And the other thing you'd probably want to know, too, is whether or not the vertigo is a permanent effect or something that was just a lingering effect for the flaming skulls and their presence. And I will let you know that the vertigo is just a lingering effect once the skulls activate. It lasts for 1 minute, and anybody who tries to retreat from the flaming skulls is forced to re-enter if they do not make a wisdom saving throw DC 21.
Hmm.
You unlock the door, and I'll snap ping us to it.
Oh.
Calithian, these markings look familiar, huh?
Are they a warding
They are a
spell?
warding symbol, and they are extremely active. Apparently, the magic that's present here is very potent, very powerful as the ones that were present inside of that chapel space. However, the thing that was hidden beneath the large stone barricade that the wardings were placed on in the chapel didn't let you know what was beyond those wardings and what it was protecting. Not so much the case here. In the center of this room, floating in the air, is a pale white porcelain mask. And on the face of the porcelain mask is a blood-red handprint.
I fly out of the dungeon.
He does one of these, and he's like,
I see you guys back in town.
Is it my handprint?
it is not.
Okay.
So far as you can tell, it appears to be a man's handprint,
Is it mine?
not some whack-ass elf. Oh, did you notice, Joe, it's you and a group of 3 fucking elves? No? Yeah, they're pretty cool, though.
No, I did.
Someone had to babysit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what the fuck would they have done? They would have gotten up to crazy shit. Like, taking a bath.
Shit.
It does look
What
as
is the
though
symbol?
the warding on the ground is very much protecting the mask that is floating aloft and slowly oscillating in the air. It's
Mask, you say?
yeah, the mask is floating about 5 feet off of the ground, and it kind of has a slow oscillation. It appears that the magic of the center ring of the warding has it locked in place, like temporally and spatially. And then the rest of the warding, from what you can tell, Calithian, it's very much a patterning where you feel like you could discard it. The issue with this warding is you do not know if you could reestablish it.
Right.
If you want it to go away, it can. But if you don't want it to go away, it remains.
So it's protecting something that's potentially bad?
Mhm.
Keeping it away from everybody?
Or good.
Or good? It's true.
Anybody in character recognize it as a symbol of anything?
So the white mask, for one of you, definitely has importance. A pale white mask is the symbol of the Demon Prince of Vanity, who some of you might be in service to.
Yeah, I want it. Should I have it?
So far as you can tell, there does not appear to be any kind of signifier. Like, your patron is not reaching out to you. He doesn't really talk to you much anyway. You don't talk to the help. But
Can I take a moment to reach out to my patron?
he doesn't care. He doesn't. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but you chose the Demon Prince of Vanity. It's like, you're the help. You're like, do my bidding. When I need you, I will tell you what to do. Now is not one of those times. Calithian, you see the warding, but you also see the mask. Go ahead and give me a history check. Since you have been studying the Grisgul quite a bit, this might be a kind of similar avenue or train of thought. Might be.
Anything could be related to the Grisgul.
And it seems like very much the case that this one is. So, in your studies of the Grisgul, you definitely fell into a very long pathway of understanding what a Grisgul is. Grisguls are basically a Lich's soul stone that has been imbued with its own essence and basically becomes its own thing. Due in part to the nature of a Grisgul being formed, the soul that is inside of that stone becomes a curse against anything that touches its papers, its contents, anything therein.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lich. It's a lich's soul stone. So you had to So you had effectively a Horcrux, yeah. Horcruxes are basically just soul stones for liches. They stole it from D&D. She,
Probably.
she sucks in many different ways, one of them being unoriginal. So secondly, you studied lichdom, so you understand a bit about how a lich is made. You don't know how to make a lich, but you also fell down different pathways and avenues of other ways of becoming immortally powerful. And one of those such pathways is becoming something known as a worm that walks. The mask in question is the last focus of a person, a memoriam mortem, understanding of a person. The closer to like detail it is, the more like the person it was in life. To create a worm that walks, as you understand it, someone takes their memoriam mortem and places their last spell energy into it with their own blood, and then dies by their own hand. After they die, after 1 year and 1 day, specifically 1 night, the person's crypt or the person's grave is then immediately set upon by worms. Those worms imbibe the body fully,
Gross.
and then they become the person.
Gross.
And the person is immortal now as a pile of worms and maggots that are filled with the consciousness and soul of the mage, as well as the power.
That's a tough time on Tinder.
The mask you see before you could be the focus of a worm that walks. It could be a focus of a soul item for a lich, or it could be an icon of a demon known as the Demon Prince of Vanity, Teffington.
I shoot it with my gun.
It does not pierce the veil. It hits against the barrier around it and stops midair.
Okay.
Everybody's kind of like, fuck! Warn us, you piece of shit! It's like it just echoes.
I'm interested what happens. That maybe I'll be, yeah.
Well, I know, but the echo, because the fun thing too is it's also blocking the sound. So like the ring around it is where the echo's hitting. So it's like this very massive distortion of corners and round edges.
Al always has earplugs in because he knows how long.
So like it's like the big pointy ears, and you just see these like little like these little nubs sticking out like about halfway.
The orange earplugs.
Yeah. Oh my god, elves with like the ear like these on, but for shooting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
Al just has a pair of them.
Yeah.
Forever.
He like folds the ears and then.
Weirdo. Go ask Abby.
Andy, is Fred Weird pressing Cal to open the ward, or?
Yeah, possible.
Or no? Are you just
sorry, what's
passively? Is Fred Weird pressing Cal to try and open the ward? Like drop the ward so you can get the mask, or no?
The worm stuff seems super gross to Fred. Man.
So do we want to just leave it alone?
Yeah, he reached out to his patron. His patron basically ignored the shit out of him as always. So he's just gonna leave it alone for now and sort of mark that away in his memory.
Okay.
Cal is going to write notes in a little journal to then research whenever he gets back.
Okay. And yeah, the markings here are very potent, and they're warding symbols. You recognize them. What I will allow you to do, and this is just between you and me, I'm not going to do a write-up for it, but if you would like to learn how to reseal the ward, this specific ward, you can do so with a single downtime point to kind of just like do a little bit more research as to compound upon the research you've done on wardings.
Okay.
I would say if you want to research the mask, because
That's what I
Al's
would
looking
wanna
at
do.
all this, we're
Yeah.
going to lock the door behind us, or we can leave it open for other adventurers to come in and take a look.
Yep.
It's up to you.
And as you're kind of like moving to kind of exit, the door is slightly ajar, but it has kind of like fallen slightly closed. It hasn't closed all the way. And what you'll notice is that there's writing on the back, and it appears to be writing in blood. And the writing in question, it says, "Here lies Gideon. He shall remain."
Oh, is this getting Albacoris?
I didn't say shit. I said Gideon.
Al's freaked out. He's leaving that area.
Okay. So if
I'll
that
Hanging out with Levy.
Up and leave.
if
Yeah,
that
I don't
is
want
that, you've done quite well, and smartly didn't jump into possibly terrible situations. I think we're going to end it a little early. You remove yourself from the cemetery. You return back to Rockthar, and seeing that the battle has ended, Rockthar has pushed the enemy away. It was not a complete decimation or rout. It was basically a rebuff of their attempt to enter into the hills. But Rockthar and his camp are basically pretty much stationed right here. So this is now a camped location for the entirety of this set piece and this arc. So if you wish to return to this dungeon, there are a total of 6 other entryways that need to be opened and have not yet been opened. And there is the remainder of this specific cavity in the hillside here. Thanks for watching those that did, and we will see you tomorrow for Starfinder. Thursday we have a game in. If you guys are interested in playing, go ahead and react with the fire emoji. Try to get Johnny in on that one. Get a little bit of Johnny action. Love that boy. He rolled very well on his man-the-wall checks, and his fire lizard has a staff of fire, so pretty insane. And Friday we have the Expanse, which I believe is the last of the current arc. But we might have another session after that. Looks good. Andy's doing great on that one. I'm having a lot of fun being a boss bitch. Check it out. If you're a fan of The Expanse, if you're a fan of sci-fi, if you're a fan of seeing me just absolutely eat the fucking scenery, either way, whatever you want, we're doing it. My wife is going away on a trip this weekend, so I might just be running a shit ton of games because I have nothing better to do, and I'm absolutely despondent without her. No, it's fine. I'm pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, we'll probably see a couple of more games active on the weekend, so keep an eye out for that. We're not doing another 12-hour one, but we'll do something. Thanks for watching those that did. Oh, and if you are interested in playing in these games, if you're watching this, down below, I think there's a link to the fucking Discord. If not, just reach out to me in whatever way you can, and we'll chat. We are definitely always looking for more players. The more the merrier.
I'll post it right now.
And catch you later.
Bye.
Ciao.